St. Lawrence International School. English Literature. Hello, my dear students, and a very good morning to everyone. Children, since we have already completed with lesson number 1, that is Don Quixote and the Windmills, now the next lesson we are going to start, lesson number 2. Okay? But before starting with the lesson, as usual, I will be showing you some images. Can you tell me how many of you are interested in magic, fantasy and all? I hope so, children, that many of you must be interested in that. Okay, so here I have one image. Here I have one image where certain magical things are shown. We have the magic gems, we have the bottle of fortune, we have the wizard, we have one old hat, we have the magic wands. So there are many magical things. Okay. We have one more one. This, the Bureau of Magical Things. Some of you might also be watching this show. Okay, it is a show, Nickelodeon, which on which it comes, the Bureau of Magical Things. Okay, all magic and fantasy based one show is there, and I think that some of you might have watched the show, might be watching this show. So this lesson is something related to magic. Okay, very wonderful, very interesting lesson this is. This is, children, one of my favorite lesson. You can see. Here is the name. Yes, lesson number 2 we have along the yellow brick road. Okay, so here in the lesson also, in the textbook also, you can find certain images, children. Okay, and you need to find out at least 5 magical things which are being shown in this image. Okay, if we can name, children, we have one unicorn horse. Okay, that is a magical horse, you can say, which can fly in the air. Okay, then we have a genie, we have a fairy. Okay, then we have a magical carpet. So these are certain magical things. More you will be knowing. Okay, just observe into the page and you will get to know some more magical things. Now, children, before starting with the lesson, I would be showing you one presentation about Dorothy, and with that I will be telling you the story as well. This lesson is about one small girl, Dorothy. So the presentation which I am going to show you, that will bring you closer to the chapter. Okay, why is it called as Along the Yellow Brick Road? We will be learning in detail about the lesson later on, but before going to the lesson, we will be doing this presentation. So see here, one small little girl, okay, one small little girl is shown here along with her puppy. So when Dorothy is blown away to the land of Oz, she meets some fantastic creatures like these. Which are the creatures? The first, the Wicked Witch of the East. Now, you all must be knowing witches are very cruel. So this Wicked Witch, she is a cruel ruler of Munchkin country and makes all the Munchkins her slaves. She eventually dies when Dorothy's house lands on her. The source of all her power, her magic shoes, then pass on to Dorothy. So when Dorothy's house lands on her, she dies. Okay, she dies. Munchkins are the short people, okay, very short kind of people. So she was ruling them. She made them as her slaves. When she died, the wicked witch of the east, when she died, she had got power in her silver shoes. So that silver shoes, that power, it was passed on to Dorothy. Now what happened further? See here. These are the short people. You can see in the image, children, on the left hand side, three people holding their hats. Okay, these are the munchkins. The munchkins and the good witch of the north. So when the munchkins are short, friendly people who thank Dorothy when she frees them from the wicked witch. The good witch of the north, Glinda, is the kind ruler of Gillikin country. She places a protective kiss on Dorothy's forehead before she starts her journey to the Emerald City. Okay, so here when Dorothy started her journey, before moving to the starting for the journey, this witch, she is a good one. She is a good witch of the north. So she places a kiss on her forehead. That is a kind of blessing. Okay, it is a kind of protection. Okay, she was also having the power. So she places a protective kiss on Dorothy, so that she would, because on her journey she would be meeting many different kinds of creatures. So to protect her against them, she places a protective kiss. And you can see these munchkins, they are saying thank you to her because she freed them from the cruel wicked witch. Okay. Further, she met Scarecrow and the Tin Man. Now what is the Scarecrow and what is the Tin Man? Scarecrow, children, I hope everyone must have seen in the farms and all. Okay, in the fields or crop fields, you might have observed Scarecrow, which is placed to protect the crops against the birds, against the crows. Okay, so that it will not be spoiled, the crop will not be spoiled. So here she meets with the Scarecrow. Dorothy finds him in a field in Munchkin country. He may not have a brain, but he is wiser than he claims to be. He eventually gets brain from Ozzy, who also makes him the next ruler of the land. Okay, so here Scarecrow, children, it is not an actual person. Okay, you might have seen the Scarecrow. It is not an actual person. It is just like a statue which is placed in the field for the farm, for the crops to be protected against the crows and the other birds. But this was a different one. Even though he didn't have the brain, but he was able to talk. When Dorothy met him and she heard his voice, she was shocked that you don't have a brain but still you can speak. How does it so? Then Scarecrow replied that even he didn't know how he can speak, but he can speak. Okay, so that was an amazing thing which was there about this Scarecrow, because he was not an ordinary Scarecrow. He was a different one. Then he wanted a brain. So on her journey to the Emerald City, this was the first one who joined him towards the Emerald City. Then further they met with the Tin Man. Now what was the Tin Man? He was an ordinary woodcutter named Nick Chopper. Okay, children, Tin Man was actually an ordinary woodcutter. The wicked witch of the west put a curse on his axe so that it would not work anymore. When the enchanted axe chopped off his body parts, Nick had to replace them with tin. So this was how Nick Chopper was converted into a tin man. Actually, he was not a tin man, he was a woodcutter. His name was Nick Chopper. But that wicked witch of the west, which we had seen before in the previous slide, okay, with her curse, okay, with her curse on his axe, his body parts were chopped, and then he replaced it with with tin, and this was how he became the Tin Man. Now he wanted the heart. He wanted his heart back. Tin Man wanted his heart back. And so, with this intention, he also joined with Dorothy towards the journey towards the Emerald City. Okay, children? Then they also met one lion, a cowardly lion. Even though we say that lions are very brave, okay, but this was quite different. Okay, he always used to be scared. So although he is meant to be brave, this lion always seems scared. He doesn't realize that courage comes from facing fears and acting wisely. So this lion, he accompanies Dorothy and the others to the Emerald City. There, Ozzy gives him a drink which makes him gradually forget his fears. So he wanted to be powerful, he wanted to become brave. This was his wish. And with this wish, he also joined with Dorothy and the others. Who were the others? The Scarecrow and the Tin Man. So they all went to the Ozzy. Then there was a wicked witch of the west. See here, the wicked witch of the west. She rules over the entire land of the Winkies with her one powerful eye. She sends an army of crows, bees, and Winky slaves to attack Dorothy and her friends. She wants Dorothy's powerful silver shoes. Why she attacked Dorothy? Because she wanted to get power. She knew that she had the silver shoes which have got some power, some unique power. And that's why she attacked. She sent her army to attack on Dorothy and her friends. But there was one thing about this witch, that she was scared of water. Okay, she was scared of water. And then what happened? She melts away when Dorothy throws a bucket of water at her. Okay, Dorothy threw a bucket of water on her, and as the water spilled on her, she melted. Okay, she melted. So again, Dorothy was winner, you can say. She could able to defeat that witch, and she moved ahead with her friends. Finally, there was the great Ozzy. Now you all must be thinking, what is the Ozzy? Who is that person? Is there really such a person who will be transforming all the wishes into truth? Let's see. So when Dorothy and her friends finally meet him, he appears in different forms. As a giant head, a fairy, a ball of fire, and a monster. So whenever they used to meet, his appearance would be different. Okay, he appeared in different forms, like sometimes as a giant head, a fairy, a ball of fire, and monster. But then it was discovered, okay, soon it is discovered that Ozzy is actually a human magician. Okay, human magician who transforms himself with tricks. At the end of the story, he leaves Ozzy on a hot air balloon. Okay, so this was about the presentation, about the story. In short, I wanted to tell you about what exactly the lesson is, children. So this lesson, very interesting one, full of magic and fantasy based, okay, which will take you to the world of fantasy, to the world of magic. It was about a girl, small little girl named Dorothy. Now here children, I have got one video about her. Okay, I have taken one video about Dorothy, which I am going to show you, and I hope you all will like it. How she met with Scarecrow. Okay, how she met with Scarecrow, that I am going to show you. So everyone, ready to watch? So here I will be showing you the video.
Follow the arrow. Now which way do we go?
Pardon me. That way is a very nice way.
Who said that? Don't be silly, Toto. Scarecrows don't talk.
It's pleasant down that way, too.
That's funny. Wasn't he pointing the other way?
Of course, people do go both ways.
Why, you did say something, didn't you? Are you doing that on purpose? Or can't you make up your mind?
That's the trouble. I can't make up my mind. I haven't got a brain. Only straw.
How can you talk if you haven't got a brain?
I don't know. But some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they?
Yes, I guess you're right. Well, we haven't really met properly, have we?
Why, no.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Very well, thank you.
Oh, I'm not feeling at all well. You see, it's very tedious being stuck up here all day long with a hole up your back.
Oh, dear, that must be terribly uncomfortable. Can't you get down?
Down? No, you see, I'm...
Oh, well, here, let me help you.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Very kind.
Well, oh, dear, I don't quite see how I can...
Of course, I'm not bright about doing things. But if you'll just bend the nail down in the back, maybe I'll slip off and come...
Oh, yes.
Oh, what? There goes some of me again.
Oh, does it hurt you?
Oh, no, I just keep picking it up and putting it back in again. My, it's good to be free. Did I scare you?
No. I just thought you hurt yourself.
But I didn't scare you?
No, of course not.
I didn't think so.
So children, that was the video about how she met with the Scarecrow, and you might have seen the yellow brick road, okay, the road on which she is walking. Children, more we are going to see about this lesson in our next lecture, but today we will wind up with our lecture, okay, and tomorrow we will be starting with a lesson. We will be doing the reading and the explanation part. I hope you all liked the presentation and the video. So waiting for the next lecture, and till that everyone, thank you. Okay, and stay safe, stay healthy, stay at home. Okay, don't forget that. So thank you children for watching this video. We'll be meeting in our next lecture. Bye bye everyone.